little bit of a surprise for you today. I know I've been promising toy videos and restorations. I've been busy and I haven't even had time to make videos, let alone start on the actual restorations. So anyway, I thought what I'd do is, it probably looks kind of weird what you're looking at here, but I basically got 9 up and coming at some point, no promises when, projects. They're covered for a reveal so that I can show you each one individually without distracting you. We'll start over here. To make it a little easier, I'll just move the whole camera. So number 1, right here, this is a 1962 Talking Mr Ed. It's in pretty good shape. It needs to be cleaned. It's the Mattel, it's pull string, but as you can see, it does not talk. So that's going to be one of the projects. And underneath that, what we have here is the box from a 1960s, I think 1968 this came out. It's a Marks. I have the horse too, but the video will probably be just on the box at this point because it needs to be restored. You can see it's even missing a chunk here, or maybe it's up on here. I'm not even 100% sure. I haven't looked at it that close, but I'm going to remove the tape, and if this piece is missing, I will, as you can see, it's the same down here, so I'll scan it and replace that part and get this box all flattened out and glued back together so it's good for display. That'll be another project. So moving on, this one here, this is a 1964 Ford Thunderbird, and it actually is a radio. As you can see, it's a Philco radio in here. It's in actually pretty decent shape. There's only one issue with it. I mean, besides that, the radio needs it needs electronic repair. It's missing the rear bumper. So I'm searching out a rear bumper for this, and probably won't do the video on it until I do find those parts, so then I'll polish it up and touch up if any of the chrome needs to be touched up, and get the radio working, and that'll be another project. So, next, this here guy, I've wanted one of these since I was a kid. Ooh. Now this, in case you're not familiar with it, is the Milton Bradley Big Track. And it is a programmable, with this keypad, you can punch in different numbers and push these arrows, and it will turn and back up. It also has a trailer that has a dump feature on it. I have that too, but it's not here for the video for this little sneak preview thing. It does work. I already took it all apart and cleaned it and made sure it worked, but I would like to do at least a video on the operation of it, and so basically that's about it for that. So next, let's see, how about this is I think 78 is the year these came out. And here's the remote for it. It's a remote controlled R2D2. I also wanted one of these since I was a kid too. It works to a degree. I tested it, and the head will turn and beep with the remote, but it won't move. So I know I can fix it. It's probably just a matter of taking this apart and getting the motors freed up and oiled up and lubricated. And that will be a video. I have another remote too. Actually, the remote that I bought, the remote that came with it was damaged, but I did pick up this remote that does work for a good price. So I have a spare that I'll probably end up getting rid of. Let's do this one over here. This is sort of, this I got in a lot, which I only bought to get like a few pieces for my Millennium Falcon, and this was kind of thrown in there. It's got a lot of damage. The box, it's all the pieces are here, but it's like pretty poor shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reconstruct this so it's good enough to just put on display. It'll never be anything worth much at all. This is damaged. I'm not sure if you can see it, but right there. I didn't notice it when I bought it, but I wasn't buying it for this anyway. This was just kind of like a bonus thing, but it kind of ticked me off because it was broken and it wasn't really obvious in the pictures. But it'll look good enough in the box, I think. The movie is actually bad too. You can't tell, but I opened it up. I put some tape on it. You might be able to see it in the video there. I opened it up to see what the heck was wrong with it, and there is a plastic gear in here that it's basically film inside, with the little notches that like the cam or whatever gear goes through that turns the film, and all the teeth are just totally gone off of the gear in here, so it will never work. I actually had an idea of possibly taking the film out of here and putting it on a reel and seeing if it would work on a movie camera, because I think it's like Super 8 film. But anyway, it'll just be kind of like a display thing. I'll put this in the box and fix that up so it's something I could just kind of put in the background of my display, my toy display when I get the room back. Let's do this guy first since he's in front of everything. I just got this. I was really excited to get this. I know you might be thinking, what? I had this when I was a little kid. This is a 1965 Tom and Jerry. It's a talking Tom and Jerry. Now, they made two different versions of this. They made one that was just a hand puppet, and then they made this whole body one. This is the one I had. And here's the string. It's a Mattel again, like this Mr. Ed. And same problem. 99% of the time these are fixable, but there are the rare ones where they're just like a lost cause. But I'm going to attempt to do it, and I'm going to do a video on it. He also has one little part here that needs a few stitches. But he's in pretty good shape besides that. It just needs to be cleaned up. His whites are a little dingy. Oh, and he's also missing his whiskers. So I'm hoping maybe I can either find another head for him or transplant the whiskers off of that, or transplant the whole head, or maybe just make some replacement whiskers. Or I might just leave it like that. I haven't decided yet. Haven't got that far into it yet. I literally just got it this week. This one here, this I got for Christmas from a good friend of mine. And this is I think there's even battery still in it. This is a mini arcade game. It's really noisy though. I think the motors need to be oiled up in it. I'm not sure if I can get them from without taking it all apart, but I was looking at it and I think I would have to take these labels off the side to take it apart, because it looks like it's split across the top. Like it would have to come apart. This would be side to side. And I don't want to ruin these decals. So maybe if I could get those decals off without destroying them, I might do that. Otherwise, I might just use it for display and not actually play it. But that's what we got there. Last one. And of course, there's a lot more stuff than what I'm showing you here, but this is just the stuff that I kind of have handy and laying about. And like I said, not necessarily in any order. In fact, for all I know, I may not do any of these first. I may have something else that ends up jumping in front of everything else, and you won't see these videos for a while. But anyway, the last one I got here, I've also wanted this since I was a little kid. And I've got two of these now. Now this one I got, as you can see, compared to that one, it's quite yellowed. And it wasn't like this one, it was in the sale, but as you can see, it's cracked. Now I can glue that, and I could probably make that almost invisible. This one's almost in the same, this part, the Batman and stuff, is almost in the same condition. There might be just a tad more wear on this one, but I don't think it's worth trying to swap these over to this one, and I mean, just a chance of damage and stuff. But I actually did fix this one. It does work. I don't think there's a battery in it right now. No. But so I need to fix this one yet, because this one doesn't work yet, and so I will do a video showing how I do that. And there you go. So that's basically what we're dealing with, and so I hope you will continue to watch my channel and subscribe, and stay tuned for more fun videos with all these wonderful, wonderful, wonderful toys.